Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Team Macaulay coming with another video. Today we got a VGC 2016 Wi-Fi battle here on the battle spot, and today my opponent's team was like 100% standard dual primal. He had the as you can see on the screen, the Ferrothorn, the Groudon, Zapdos, Gengar, and he also had Kyogre and Salamence in the back. I'm actually really surprised he didn't bring the Kyogre to this matchup. Throughout the game, I was thinking, oh, he's got the Kyogre in the back, the Kyogre in the back, the Kyogre in the back, but he didn't bring it. He might have been scared of the Lapras, knowing that he wouldn't be able to do anything against it. And he might have thought that the Ferrothorn was a stronger Pokemon since against the Lapras. He probably thought I was going to bring it for sure. So, interesting choices to bring to the battle by my opponent. But I felt pretty confident in the Pokemon I had that I was bringing. The Aegislash was really going to put in some work here against the dual targeting moves from the primals. So here I start off with Lapras and Aegislash, expecting my opponent to start out with Kyogre. But he starts out with Zapdos and Gengar. And one thing important to note here, Zapdos' pressure didn't go off, meaning that it's static. So it's really important to avoid physical contact, mainly with the Fire Punch from Groudon. So, and even a Gyro Ball. So I switch out Lapras immediately, but here I think afterwards I'm like, okay, it's a mistake because he's probably gonna Thunderbolt me, yes, but I'm gonna be able to take that or restore that health back if I switch into a Kyogre's Water type move. So I could have played that a little bit better. Fortunate for me, my opponent didn't even have Kyogre in the back. So here I end up taking no damage. He taunts my Aegislash, which is a real shame. I went for an attacking move, but I'm not gonna be able to King Shield next turn. So I didn't know if this Gengar was Mega. I assumed it was, since he had Salamence and Gengar. So I was like, okay, well, he has these two and the dual primals in the back. So it's sashed, it's not Mega. And he's going to switch it out for Groudon, which I found is an interesting play here. Since, I don't know what purpose that... Well, he might have thought that the Shadow Ball later onto my Aegislash would have been important. But I switched my Aegislash out as well. And the thing here too is I'm a little concerned because I know on dual primal teams, Zapdos is known for having hidden power water. So here I'm thinking he could switch in his Kyogre and go for hidden power water. But I go for the Rock Slide here to get the super effective damage off on Zapdos and to knock out the Gengar. But he switches out the Gengar. We do 50% to Zapdos, which was surprising to me. But he has Citrus, so we still need 2 more. And so here he goes for the Thunderbolt into the Lapras slot, which isn't going to... I have Assault Vest, so it's going to do a little under half. And also it's the Fire Punch, so this thing really scared him. So he probably thought that I was going to switch in Rayquaza there, but I didn't feel the need to. I was just like, I'm just going to get some free damage. I also went for the Frostbite onto Zapdos, since at this point Groudon wasn't too big of a threat to me. I was like, if I can get rid of the Zapdos and make him bring in... Or if I can get him to bring in his Kyogre, it'd be a good position for me. His Groudon wouldn't be able to do anything. And I'd have my Lapras. My Lapras went down. And here we see his last Pokemon, Ferrothorn. So I was really confused. I'm like, why would you bring that to a Groudon matchup? Because I can easily take that out. So I was kind of confused here. With Rayquaza, I go for the extreme speed into the Zapdos slot. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take some damage. It's fine. It's going to break my Focus Sash as well, unfortunately. But seeing as my opponent doesn't have any Ice-type moves, it's not going to be too big of a deal, since he's probably not going to take me down with my Sash anyways. And his Groudon goes for a Rock Slide as well, so it's not going to do much because of the Air Current and because my Groudon's really bulky. So I go for the nice Precious Place here, and he gets the double Avoid. The double Avoid. If I connected with the Groudon, Groudon was gone. And that would have pretty much sealed the deal. So I was like, are you kidding me? When I was in the battle, I was just so mad. My opponent got lucky right there. Really, really lucky. So I don't know. Here with the Gengar switch, he might have been sacking it off. I'm not exactly sure. I go for the Double Protect here because I didn't know what the Ferrothorn was going to do. So it's like, I honestly don't know what my opponent's going to do this turn. So, the Tailwind's going to peter out. It doesn't... Well, my Rayquaza might outspeed his now. I remember that was a factor of me doing the Double Protect. But, so maybe he just wanted to get the speed drop here. I mean, his Groudon outspeeds mine. And for Quaza, now he's definitely going to outspeed mine. So unfortunately, my speed's going to drop. It's not too big of a deal since I'm sure I was slower anyways. And I go for the Draco Meteor there and the Groudon because Groudon's physically defensive, so it would have done some decent damage, and I was expecting the Rock Slide and the Draco Meteor damage to knock out the Groudon. But he protects, which is fine because that means that this turn I can double target him relatively safely. But I go for the Protector on my own Groudon because I know he outspeeds me, so with the Precipice Blades, I don't want to take the damage. And sure enough, he does go for the Precipice Blades, so I'm not going to take any damage from that. And I get the Draco Meteor, and it connects. So this Groudon is pretty much toast if we're going to take it down low on extreme speed at next turn to get rid of it. But it surprised me that here we were actually able to take out the Groudon with that much HP. So Mega Rayquaza coming up clutch there, doing some nice damage. And here he goes for the Gyro Ball. I know it's not going to do too much since I'm Brave Nature, and also I'm at -1 speed. So that probably saved me there, the -1 speed. And we're going to see he's got it's a 4v2 right now. No, a 3v2, excuse me. So here I'm like, oh, he's probably going to protect Zapdos and Gyro Ball the Rayquaza slot. And here we see the Hidden Power. So I was like, I knew he had Hidden Power Water the whole time. And he gets the crit there. I want to say, like, the crit might have mattered since it wasn't in... I mean, it is 4 times effective. My Groudon's really bulky. So he double targeted the Groudon there, which is fine because I protected the turn before. So it's pretty safe there for him. So now we got a nice 2v2. So here I'm like, okay, the Zapdos is probably going to protect, but it doesn't. So I never considered the possibility of it being Assault Vest, but looking back, it might be because it never protected, and it's still not protecting. So I go for the Dragon Ascent here into the Ferrothorn slot, expecting my opponent to protect with Zapdos, because I know this is going to do a ton of damage. Luckily I didn't get the full para right there, because that would have ended the game for me. That would have just been the cherry on top of my bad luck this game. So Rayquaza faints, which is fine, but I double target down because I know Aegislash is faster than Ferrothorn. Even though I'm minimum speed, I know I'm faster, but I don't think the Aegislash would have been able to do much to me anyways. But I do get the Shadow Ball off into the Ferrothorn, excuse me. So now I just need one more Shadow Ball and I take care of the Zapdos. So I go for the King Shield here. I'm putting myself back in the shield form, increase my defenses so I can survive a Thunderbolt. The only thing he can do here is paralyze me and get the full para like 2 or 3 times, or 2 times, excuse me. So I'm going to see a Thunderbolt here from 167, takes me down to 112, so it's like 55 damage. It's like a 4-hit KO, maybe even a 5-hit KO after leftovers. But I don't get paralyzed. I get the Shadow Ball off. We pick up the victory. So me thinking a little too hard there. My opponent might not have had Protect on that Zapdos for the Tailwind and the Hidden Power option. So my team did pretty well. I mean, he had Ferrothorn instead of Kyogre, which really surprised me. I think if he brought Kyogre instead of Ferrothorn, that would have changed the game, because that one turn where Ferrothorn Gyro Balled on my Rayquaza and it survived was crucial. If he didn't use Icy Wind with Gengar to lower its speed, well, I don't know, because I would have been at higher health. I don't know. But I feel like that he could have gotten an Ice Beam off on the ground or onto Rayquaza, and that would have changed things up. So maybe some poor selection of Pokemon by my opponent, and I should have probably preserved my Lapras a little bit better, just in case he did have that Kyogre, because that was my answer to winning. So another good battle that we had. This one was really good. I mean, I had some bad luck. My opponent had some bad luck. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know if you guys want to battle me. I'm looking if you guys want to do a 6v6, 6v6 doubles, a 4v4 doubles, whatever. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.